You know those moments where life hits you right in the gut? The beautiful, messy, heart-wrenching moments that remind you that you're human? I had one of those this week at my son's state soccer game. And the story has absolutely nothing to do with soccer and everything to do with business. It's about loss, empathy, support, systems, and why you cannot build a business alone no matter how strong you think you are. Stick with me. This one's personal, and it might be exactly what you need to hear today. So let's get real. Are you a brick and mortar business owner that has put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a storefront that lights you up and serves your clients really well, only to be frustrated that you're the best kept secret in town? If you're not hearing your new clients say, "I found you on Google," then you are in the right place. Welcome. My name is Melissa Rose. I'm a mom, a brick and mortar business owner, and your straight shooting visibility coach. I've cracked the SEO code to becoming the top choice on Google in my industry. And now I'm sharing the secrets on this podcast. Get ready for stories, fail-proof strategies, and practical tips to elevate your brick and mortar presence to the top choice on Google. Let's get real, because we're going to make your business the only option in town. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Brick and Mortar Visibility. How are you? As always, I am so excited to be here. And as always, I love to do this in real time because life is real, raw, and sometimes messy and beautiful all at the same time. And today's episode takes us back just to last week and this beautiful moment I had and the lessons that I saw being handled right in front of me with some soccer boys, these beautiful, big, tough, gritty soccer boys / men. And of course, I'm going to bring it back to business because that's just what we do here. Before we get started, let's dive into your PSA. You guys, we're right at the holiday season here. So if you haven't updated your Google business profile with your business hours for the holiday season here, please do that. If you're not sure what I mean by that or how to do that, please go to my website. The link here is below. It's just all the things, and then it takes you to the buttons where you can go and navigate where you need to go. But grab my Google Business profile. It's completely free. It's a workshop, 30 minutes. It tells you what to do, how to do it, where to do it. And then if you've never done it before, it does take about 90 minutes to optimize fully. Now, don't worry, you don't have to do it all in one time, but in order to create foundational SEO, to get found first on Google, this is the most important thing you need to do, especially as a local brick and mortar business owner. All right, so make sure you grab that. Link here is in the bio. All right, let's get real because this one's, it could be long. It could be a little tangent-y, is that a word? But I hope you capture the nuggets here. All right, so my son is a sophomore. Baby number 4, for those of you that don't know, I have 5. So baby number 4 is a boy, and he is a soccer player, and he is a sophomore, and he got moved up to varsity after the very first week of playing for JV this season. So big deal, big deal. And he is my most easygoing, laid-back kiddo. Hit just a quick birth story of 2 sentences. We thought he was stillborn because his heart rate was so low and non-existent. He was fine. He came out that way, though. He is even keel. He is the most easygoing kid, level-headed, doesn't take things too crazy excited, doesn't get too down. I mean, he shows emotion, don't get me wrong. He has me as his mother. But compared to the other children, he is the most easygoing. So in order to get to state, you have these semifinals and all the things. So the semifinal game, I was not able to be there. And he had, the team did phenomenal. They had a tied game, overtime, and then they had the 5-kick shootout thing. Okay, I'm not a soccer player. And they won, 5-4. So then they are headed to state. This is a big deal. Now, I just, backstory here, coincidentally hired a brand new teacher. I've talked about her on the podcast. And now I am free on Thursdays for the first time in many, many years because I strategically use my teaching hours when the kids are at their dad's. So this is the first time I'm free on a Thursday to go to the soccer semifinal championship. So it's the game before the championship that they are up for. And we get up at 5 a.m., baby number 5 and I, And right before we leave the night before, we're kind of gathering our stuff and we realize, oh my gosh, TJ left his soccer cleats here. Literally left them in my car. And I knew my car stunk. And I was like, what the heck, Huber? What did you leave in my car? And he left his soccer cleats. And I'm like, awesome. Just a classic teenage move, right? And I remember sending him off with his buddy to go catch the bus for the soccer tournament. And I purposely closed my mouth and said, don't say, did you remember your soccer cleats? Did you remember your uniform? Did you remember blah, blah, blah? I didn't, because I didn't know. I knew that would end in stress and maybe not the well wishes that it happened. So sure enough, send him off. And then a few hours later, Ezra's like, oh, there's his soccer cleats. So I'm like, okay, we got to leave early. So we get up, Ezra and I get up, and we leave the house at 6 a.m. to drive 5 hours to Milwaukee. And we get there in time to watch the game, the other game that's deciding the championship. So if our team wins, who are they going to play against? And we watched that game, and it was a good game, not a tie game, but a good game. And just watching these parents, I get it. I've been there. I've been a senior mom going on 3 times now, and you watch these parents, be strong for their kids. They're sad too, because it's their last game, and the kids coming out of the locker room and, seeing their mom or dad, and that's when the emotions really pour out, right? And I'm just watching them going, will that be us? Will that be my kid today? And watching these kids just hang on to their parents and cry, shaking tears, and just letting it down, letting their guard down, because they're tough kids, right? So fast forward, we go to our game, and you guys, my mom is there with me. She's 73, I think. We didn't sit. We could not sit. The game was so exciting. It was such a great game. It was tied. So we go into our overtimes, and it's still tied. Oh my gosh, my heart, the stress, all the parents looking at each other, wringing our hands, screaming really loud when we get a goal, and then, they get a goal, and then we get to the shootout, and it is like, oh, breathe. And we get it. We make it. They block it. We make it. They block it. Back and forth. But we lose 4-2 in that shootout. And it was just a moment of, shoot, I watched my son run out there with the other team members to support the goalie. And then I scanned the parents. And we're just, I'm specifically looking at those senior mamas and dads, and just, it's the last one. And some of these kids, they might play college soccer. And a lot of them, it's the last thing, right? So, you take a deep breath. This is just part of the deal. You're going to have a winner. You're going to have a loser. So we go and we walk. And remember, I told you about the team before. I told you about those kids coming off the field and those kids falling into the arms of their mom and crying. But then I saw these kids fall into the arms of their dad. Okay, these boys falling into the arms of their dads, and watching this one family member just sob. And the young man is just shaking with tears and just sadness, right? And so here, our team now is in that position, okay? So we're all there. And we're all on the hill waiting for the boys to come out of the locker room. And I see my son's dad, and he's walking to the car, and just walked right past the group, and walked right to the car. And I was like, that's interesting. And then here come the boys outside. They come out, and I see my son, and I see his face redden, and I see his eyes rim with just get watery. I'm like, how are you doing? And he goes, it's sad. It's the senior's last game. And I said, yep, it is. And he let me hug him. And for those of you that are parents, as they get to be teenagers, those hugs get rarer and rarer. And he hugged me. But I saw other team members hug their moms and cry, but then they would collapse in the arms of their dad. And that's when I lost it. My heart just lost it. And I'm thankful I was there for TJ just to take a deep breath and just realize, and I was so thankful that he has the empathy to see that this is the seniors' last game, that this was a big deal. This was a big milestone that they went to state. Yeah, they lost, but they went to state, and that was pretty damn cool. And it just reminded me so much that even though these kids were really stoic on the field and they were really tough, they're still human. Hey, I'm interrupting because this season you're thinking about everyone. Your family, your clients, your team, the dog, the teachers, the UPS driver. I get it. But what about you? What about you and your business? I've created 2 Black Friday offers this year that are intentionally easy, affordable, and designed to get you results fast without adding more to your plate. I've made these offers ridiculously simple because this is the busiest season of the year. And the hardest part of business this time of year is decision fatigue. So let me remove that for you. The links are below of these 2 offers that I made for you. You deserve to enter 2026 calm, clear, and confident. What would that feel like? I look forward to seeing you on the other side. And when they came off the field, they needed a safe place, their mom's arms or their dad's arms, to let their guard down and just be real and just let the emotion out and have that good cry if that's what they needed, or vent if they were mad, but that safe place. And it's the same with business. You guys, I've been in business 17 years. The amount of times that I have fallen to my knees and cried and just said, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this working? Feeling like a failure inside, and yet showing up for class, showing up to networking groups, showing up to speak, wearing this like mask of confidence that I did not feel. But I had to fake it, right? I had to just show up because that's what we're taught. We're taught to show up. Keep showing up. It will work, especially if you believe that. And I fully believe that, okay? You have to believe so big in your dream of success, and it has to be your dream of success. So you have to believe it. You need that safe place that you can just let your hair down and vent and ask questions. And I want every business owner to have that. You need that because it is hard. Not the work is hard. If you're doing the right work, the work is fun, the work is easy. What's hard is the mental stamina of keeping going, of keeping asking questions, of keeping on the path of where you believe this will go. That's what's hard, especially when it feels like it's not working. So do you have that? Do you have that person, that community? When you have a space for people to hold you emotionally, you can get back up faster. Businesses fail when they are in isolation. Businesses grow through connections. There's a reason there are so many coaches out there. There's so many different small groups or networking groups to be part of because we need it, not only for the business development side and the networking and the connections and the marketing side, but also it's a doorway into vulnerability. And that, you guys, is where the real growth happens. We grow in the difficult conversations. We grow when things aren't working and we can talk about it. That is where we grow, and that is where the community truly happens. And this is where it is not a strategy. It is not a luxury. It is true growth in your business. I invite you, if you haven't invested in a coach or a mastermind, to consider Level Up or one-on-one coaching with me. I absolutely love serving my clients this way. I get so much joy out of helping them win, because when you win, I win. But seeing the ripple effect of how you level up and how that level ups your family and it level ups your community, literally your client community and your external community, it's such a great feeling. We all need a safe place. Just like those soccer players coming in off the field. They were tough. They were showing up. They were tough guys doing their job. It was so, so rich to watch them genuinely have that safe place to land in their mom or dad's arms so that they could be real. And I'm so thankful they have that. And I want that for you. Your true success is not going to come by doing it by yourself. You know that. It's going to take team. It's going to take great systems, but it's also going to take you going to places and conversations that might be difficult to expose your next level up. Let's make 2025 the best year yet and set yourself up for success for 2026. Connect with the people that you need to. That's your challenge this week. Who do you need to talk to? Maybe it's going to a networking meeting. Maybe it's connecting with somebody to hold each other accountable. Maybe it's investing in level up or one-on-one coaching. Let's do it. Let's get real. Let's get messy. And let's have our best year yet. Have a great week, y'all. See you next week. Peace. Bye-bye.